Hello guys, good day to all. This is Mike Padua and it's already almost midnight of Tuesday, August 26. This is our late Monday evening, August 25 update English version on LPA 93W, which is still a weak or shallow system moving closer towards coastal waters of the Bicol Region. Okay, and this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. And also we would like to thank our partners, BPI Sustainability. If you want to know more about BPI Sustainability, just click on the link here. And if you're watching via Facebook, just go to the description down here below our video. There's a description there that will forward you, or just click it. You will go to BPI Sustainability. And the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor Lenny Robredo and our Honorable Vice Mayor Gabi Bordado. So let's begin with our update. LPA 93W is still a weak system, although this afternoon when we created this graph shot, it looks like a very broad area of thunderstorms. But as the evening progresses, these thunderstorms has dissipated and it's just a very low and upper level swirl near the center with the main convection along the periphery. So it's a weaker system which is embedded within this monsoon trough. The southwest monsoon has begun to move back to our country, but it's still over the Camarines Island group and it's moving its way back towards Palawan and Sulu Archipelago. And between Tuesday and Wednesday, this surge of the southwest monsoon will begin to affect Occidental Mindoro, Western Visayas, Negros Island Region, the western sections, okay, and Western Mindanao. So expect occasional monsoon rains to beginning tomorrow, Tuesday through Wednesday. But this evening, Monday afternoon, this evening until Tuesday afternoon, we expect that the monsoon is still here. So there are large swaths of isolated localized thunderstorms all across the country because of the monsoon trough and the circulation or the rain bands of LPA 93W, which is quite a weaker system as of this time, not yet developing. So this is good news, but in areas that will get affected by these localized thunderstorms, please take unnecessary precautions because these thunderstorms can generate 500 to 100 millimeters of rainfall in just 1 to 2 hours. So this could bring some flash flooding and landslide across the area that will be affected by this localized thunderstorm. Meanwhile, Typhoon Kajiki, which is packing winds of 165 kph, has made landfall between 3 to 5 p.m. and eventually has become quasi-stationary over Ha Tinh City in Vietnam. And right now it's again starting to move westward across the eastern boundary of Vietnam, across the western boundary of Vietnam and into Laos. So by tomorrow, it will be over Laos and it's likely to weaken into a severe tropical storm, then eventually into a tropical storm, and it will become more weaker, downgraded into a TD, and later into a remnant low as it traverses towards Thailand. Okay, so that will be the fate of Typhoon Kajiki, which was once known as Isang, as it moved across Vietnam. So when we speak of the intensification of 93W, as of this time, we can say that it's still weak, okay, disorganized, and it's having a hard time to circulate and rotate into a strong system, becoming a tropical depression. Not yet sure because of land interaction, okay, and most likely based on what we are seeing at the various computer models, the LPA might gain more strength over the West Philippine Sea, west of our country, as it moves farther away beginning Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And here's the fast animation. And here's the fast animation from the University of Wisconsin tropical cyclone page. And you can see here that we can't find any center of this LPA. It's very hard to depict or to locate where the low level center is. It's really a struggling system as of this time. We are estimating that this is around 13 degrees and 127 or 26 somewhere here. So roughly 300 to 400 kilometers east of Bicol Region. So this LPA will move towards the northwest and west-northwest, crossing Luzon sometime late tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, it will appear here as a developing low pressure system. And eventually, it could become tropical depression Jacinto if it will remain within the PAR. But if it exceeds the Philippine Air Responsibility, the name Jacinto will not be used. So it depends on the decision of the forecasters right there at PAGASA if they will upgrade it. If they will upgrade it into a tropical depression. So still at this time, even the Joint Typhoon Warning Center is not giving any updates on this except for the RAMBB of NOAA, wherein the position is somewhere more to the south, right here. Okay. JMA is somewhere here near our circle, so it's really, you can see the circulation is devoid of any rain bands, and the rain bands are beginning to appear along the northern periphery and also towards northern Quezon. So the rainfall over the Bicol region will just be fine, but there are some patches or isolated thunderstorms that could generate 50 to 100 millimeters of rainfall. That's the reason why PAGASA made it 50 to 100, mainly because of these localized thunderstorms within the circulation of LPA 93W. So this is the zoom in night vision satellite animation IR from windy.com from UMETSAT. Now you can see it here on the latest 3-hour loop from windy.com, that the possibility of this LPA regenerating again to the northeast Catanduanes, as you can see, it's likely to reform here, okay, because at 8 p.m. somewhere here, so it's still a broad area where the low level circulation is expected to reform. Since it's struggling to develop, most likely it will be somewhere here by tomorrow morning. Okay, that's the reason why the rain forecast is more concentrated over northern Quezon, Pudillo, not over Bicol region, but there's still some patches of isolated thunderstorms that could generate 50 to 100 millimeters of rainfall in span of 1 to 2 hours. Okay, so right now the ALG included the Bicol region, included Camarines Sur as an area of no work, no classes for the public government, and also the parts of Bicol region as well. Just look at the Facebook page of the ALG and the announcement of our beloved Mayor Lenny, and you can see there the other areas. Now, this large monsoon trough is also bringing thunderstorms across the Visayas, Sulu Archipelago, and Mindanao. But there might be still some sunshine to appear between this cloudiness. Now, let's take a look at the rain forecast. This is the 3-hourly rain forecast from the European model, and you can see here if we move the slider into 10 a.m. So the 10 to 1 p.m. rain forecast shows heavy rainfall or more than 50 millimeters along the western portion of Cam Norte. So Cam Norte, first district like Cagay, Garcia Torena, Cagay, Del Gallego can experience some heavy rainfall, and Lupi as well. But it's purely over Cam Norte based on the European model. Okay, here over the rest of the Bicol region, we expect 0 to 40 millimeters of rain throughout Tuesday. And you can see here that the patches of rainfall is only briefly, not continuous. And by Wednesday, you can see some good weather across the Bicol region, sunshine. Then in the afternoon, we expect again another wave of thunderstorms. So it will return to normal condition beginning Wednesday. So the effects of the LPA and its rain bands and the monsoon trough will still continue by this morning, Tuesday, August 26, until the afternoon. So don't forget to bring your umbrellas and rain gear wherever you are located here in Bicol region. Okay, while the rest of Visayas, we expect some isolated scattered rain showers and thunderstorms that could cause also some threat of flooding and landslides, as well as in areas of southern Tagalog provinces and northern and central Luzon. Now, we are going to show you the rainfall accumulation forecast for the next 24 hours up to 5 days. So let's zoom this out, and if we will focus on the whole day of Tuesday, or the whole day of today, August 26, only Camarines Norte will experience 50 to 100 millimeters of rainfall, while Camarines Sur, Albay, Sorsogon, Catanduanes will get below 50 millimeters, from 0 to 50 millimeters. So, but remember, this is forecast. So, remember, this is a forecast, so changes can happen. Again, just take all necessary precautions for possible development of isolated thunderstorms that cannot be detected on these reliable rain forecast models. Okay, but again, we will keep you updated within the next 24 hours. So by Wednesday, you can see here that the LPA will traverse the northern and the central parts of Luzon. So expect rainfall of 50 to more than 100 millimeters in selected areas, not whole. Okay, and then by Wednesday, you can see there by Wednesday, Palawan and Western Visayas, western sections of Negros Island Region, and also Occidental Mindoro, northern Sulu Archipelago will also experience some heavy to intense rainfall because of the new surge of the southwest monsoon. Okay, and then Thursday, there's still the southwest monsoon here over Palawan, Western Visayas. Friday, it will be returning back to normal. These are localized thunderstorms in the afternoon or evening. So until the 31st of August, or the end of August, we will be experiencing afternoon or evening, even morning, isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Okay, so that's the scenario. And as for the easterly wave ensemble on the European model, it still shows here the low pressure system, and it could intensify over the West Philippine Sea as a possibility, becoming a tropical storm or tropical depression on the least weaker part of the development of this LPA 93W. Here, it's still a low pressure system, and likely it will just traverse Luzon on a quick manner, and by Wednesday, it will reform or regenerate over the West Philippine Sea. We have here another one. This is a forecast that we are keeping an eye during the first week of September, but it's moving towards the southern Japan area, so this will not be a problem to us. And right now we have a light wet phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation, which is expected to persist till the end of August, and then September 1 to September 10 we will be having another dry phase. Okay, so the southwest monsoon will just be brief, about only for 1 week, affecting Palawan, western Visayas, and the western sections of Negros Island Region, including Occidental Mindoro. Okay, that's the true scenario of what we are observing right now. Now for the Weather Lab AI from Google, this is the DeepMind model, including the European ensemble. You can see here that the storm Kajiki is going to traverse Laos and into the northernmost part of Thailand. And here our country, here's the ensemble points of the European model and the low pressure system very close to Bicol today, and then by Tuesday, likely Tuesday evening or early Wednesday, it will traverse Luzon, and then when it reaches the West Philippine Sea on Wednesday, it may regenerate here and become a tropical depression. As you can see, there are already dots of the forecast points of the DeepMind of Google. Okay, then after that, it will accelerate towards Hainan, the same path as with the track of Typhoon Kajiki. Okay, so this is the track of the Kajiki, and then by September 1 or August 30, there's another one here, but it's not yet clear if this will push through. Okay, now September 1 onwards, there will be another system that we are looking at this part of the North Philippine Sea, but it's moving towards the north, and that's the forecast of the DeepMind of Google, showing the storm towards the southern islands of Japan during the first few days of September. And if we move again into the deeper part of the first days of September, there's no significant weather system yet. Okay, and for the wind and pressure forecast, this is from the European model. So it shows here later today, Tuesday, it will move closer towards the coastal waters of northern Luzon. By early morning of Wednesday, it will start to traverse northern and central Luzon. By Wednesday, it will emerge over the West Philippine Sea, becoming an active LPA or even a tropical depression. So if it will remain inside PAR, it will be named Jacinto. But if it leaves the Philippine area of responsibility, it becomes a tropical depression, it will not be named Jacinto because it's already outside of PAR. Okay, and then Thursday through Friday, it will again move closer towards Hainan. Same with the path of Kajiki. Okay, so that's the scenario of this new LPA 93W. Okay, now so let's hope and pray that the forecast will not change. We will just post any update if there are some changes. If not, we'll turn again tomorrow evening or tonight. I mean, since it's already Tuesday, tonight we'll be issuing another weather TV update here at our Mr. Typhoon channel at YouTube and Facebook. And so far, that's all that we can say right now. Okay, again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we have another surge of the southwest monsoon here over Palawan and western Visayas, including the western sections of the Negros Island region. As for the wave forecast, today we expect good waves over the coastal waters of the Bicol region, despite the passage of the LPA, since it's a weaker system, so there's no problem at all. But we expect the wave heights here to increase from 1 to 1.5 or 1.7 meters. Light to moderate. Inland waters will be also light, 0.7 to 1 meter. But over the West Philippine Sea, including Kalayaan, there might be wave heights of up to 2 meters. And if we move this into Wednesday, because of the new surge of the southwest monsoon, there might be some higher wave heights here, almost 3 meters, along the Kalayaan Island group west of Palawan. And if we move farther into the last day of August, the wave heights over the Philippines will remain okay, 0.6 to 1 meter. Inland waters will be 0.3 to 8 meters, while over the West Philippine Sea, because of the southwest monsoon, it's up to 2 meters in wave heights. Okay, so there you go. That's the latest on LPA 93W, which remains a weak or shallow system, and we'll keep you updated whenever there's a rapid intensification of the system, but so far none of the models suggest. So tomorrow evening we'll be giving you again another update on 93W. From Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua saying hashtag weatherwiser, hashtag typhoonwiser. Stay safe always, and thank you so much for watching our channel. God bless to all.